Alright. Trying to get it so it isn't showing too much of the support thing in it. Oh. Hold on a sec here. And that'll do for now. Eco? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean there, my friend. Sounds like we're in a bottle. Hold on, let me stop something. I think that, yeah. Let me know if that helps at all. One sec here. Alright. The echo. You guys can hear an echo? Here, let me restart the stream then, okay? Oh, you can hear an echo. Alright, well, let me... That's odd. Let's see if anyone else that comes on can hear an echo. Yeah. It's interesting. Oh, tired I am. I'm gonna pause it and restart it, see what happens. Magnet is so strong on here, plus I have it on my case, so yep. God, I have to tighten that up real quick. Okay. Sounds like a problem you're in there, Zach. I need to tighten this. Where the hell is it? There it is. Oh, no, tighter. Yes. Concert hall settings. Yeah, I don't know if I can provide those sorts of musical options for you, man. So what do you guys think? You think I should get that Accord? Okay. It might have been because I was closer to the oh no, I'd be trading in the truck and getting an Accord. Actually, it'd actually be a lease. What Chevy is expensive but dependable? I think it's more like the Accord is. The Accords are not cheap, I'll tell you that, and especially one with good options on it. Okay. This is why I hate. All right. Down south we go. Let's see here. Yeah, Honda Accord. Yesterday I went to Port Charlotte Honda. We'll actually pass it on our way. And they gave me... I haven't hauled anything in a while. But if you, like, for example, I have someone who actually watches the stream wanted me to do some work. I mean, some hauling for him. And my truck wouldn't do... I mean, it could haul the trailer, but sometimes you need a box truck for, like, a lot of items. A trailer can only be so tall, so if you get a bigger, big enough plants, they won't fit in a trailer, or you have to flex them in and you risk breaking them or worse. Is that I thought that was a Honda Prelude and I was getting a little excited, but it was not. Just one of those eclipses. What are you talking about? Silverado costs $200,000? Not in this country. That is a large exhaust pipe. Do you guys see that? Why is everybody getting in this line now? I have hauled larger palms. I do it usually for like consulting. Yeah, I could actually write off like it's about $1,000 a year that I make off YouTubing. Well, I mean, before expenses, it's probably break even after expenses. But that truck had like a 5 or 6 inch exit pipe on it. I'd never seen something quite like that. I think the best option, Chevy Silverado 3500 diesel, which is like the high country. I think it's like $85,000, Zach. Most expensive American car you can buy is either going to be the Cadillac Escalade or a Lincoln Navigator. Actually, Corvette. I don't know. Corvettes aren't even 100 grand, are they? Like a Hummer H1. Those are about the worst vehicle to drive on the road that there is. So slow. Well, I mean, then you can put $200,000 into any vehicle. I could put 200 grand into this truck and make it like a 1,500 horsepower monster. But I don't know if I could put 200 grand in this truck. But I could put a lot of money into it. Okay, interesting. The thing about Humvees is that they're very slow, like, and they don't utilize their space very well for the sake of durability and utility. We have a Lexus NX. That's that, like the Sportback sort of thing. It's like a 4-door. I guess it is like a hatchback. It's like a mini wagon. Is that what that is? The NX? There's so many X's that I forget. Yeah. Lexus, the thing that I have with Lexus is like they make great cars, they're dependable, they're very luxurious, but like all the new Lexus have like the grills on them are like huge. I didn't really notice it until I watched Doug DeMure's video on I think it was the GX5, no, the LX570. And I couldn't believe how big the grill was on that thing. And it's kind of an old car. It's been around since 2009 or 2010. You'd think Lexus would update that. I guess they update it when Toyota updates, but Toyota doesn't really update the Land Cruiser that much because it's mainly used for like military special purpose, and they don't really care about updating a whole lot. Like the G-Wagon was originally designed in 1980, and they haven't updated that. I mean, they've added a lot of stuff in the interior, but the frame remains the same. Yeah, Humvees are not cheap. They're a lot of money. Like, you might be able to find one for 50 grand, but hey Eric, what's going on, man? Did I ever get back to you? I haven't been checking my email for like 5 days, and I feel terrible. Okay, I mean, yeah, I mean, there are 30K Humvees out there, but I mean, you don't want a 30K Humvee because it's going to need a lot of work, and you know, AM General doesn't do that work anymore. They don't exist. Huh. Okay. No, no problem. I just want to make sure I had gotten back to you because I haven't really checked. The past 2 days I've spent looking at vehicles. I really should look at another option besides the Accord, but I don't know. Maybe I will tomorrow. Going and getting a car is like I don't know what it's. I don't know what else to equate it to, but it's probably like I don't want to. There's a number of minors here, but it's kind of I don't know. It's very stressful and exciting at the same time because you're dealing with like larger quantities of money and you're committing to like larger things, but and you're getting a lot of pressure to do this or that, and at the same time you're getting a new vehicle. Hey James, what's going on? Yeah, those seats are a little bit older, Zach, so I'm not sure exactly what will happen, but I guess we shall see. The scary thing is I actually don't have my driver's license on me because the people at the Honda dealership accidentally kept it and it's closed now, so I'm just going to drive around without my license, but yeah, and those seats aren't the newest seat. Like, those are seats that have been hanging around for a bit, so. There's so much. This is right where the new Atlanta Braves spring training is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be this spring or next spring, this coming spring or the next one, but this is called like the West Villages area. This light here. It's blown up in the past 6 months. But it's all new. It used to be just a swamp, or just open field. And this whole area, you guys remember me driving through here probably. Well, hold on, I just got to navigate this situation here. This guy's like going 15 miles an hour through a light, which is odd, but I'm not stopping for his slowness. Come on, dude, let's go. It isn't 15 miles an hour here. I got places to be. They're going to stand around for like 12 hours and 8 people are going to do the job of one person, and that's going to be that. Jesus. Alright, get away from this asphalt crap. No, they were a little bit older, Zach. Eric, how cold have you gotten so far this fall? Oh, 49. Cool. I could just use some 60s, honestly. I think I got down to 69 a couple days here, but I'm not sure if I was awake for it. Yeah, we're getting down to about 71 here. Every single time I run so bad when it comes to lights. Okay. We just haven't really gotten much break from the heat. I mean, it was like in the mid 80s a couple days, but it doesn't really drop below 70 much. And I think that's gonna change. My birthday's on Wednesday. I'm hoping, like, right around my birthday is usually when it starts to cool down a little bit. Yeah, this is River Road, Brian. Good call there. You should see all the stuff they've been building here. That's a nice Harley. Damn, that thing's got a infotainment screen on it. That's sick. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I got Eco Drive on. To the right is Inglewood because I'm heading south towards Northport. So I'm just reverse the direction. 90 last week. Shit. One reason I kind of want to get the Accord is like, when I'm driving around town, like right now my average fuel is 18.9 miles per gallon. Like in the Accord it'd be like 32 or 33. I wish temperatures would plummet here. I know that sounds stupid because as soon as it starts getting chilly, then I'm gonna start complaining. But I just need like a couple days break from the heat. I can hear, like, he's playing Led Zeppelin. I can hear the lyrics from here. Nice bike though. I can't read those patches on there, but there are Outlaws around here. There's a couple other gangs. Yeah. Highs in the 70s. You'll enjoy it. Everybody rides these expensive Harleys, but they have like 10-year loans on them. You can get a Harley for like 99 bucks a month at 120 month term, or at least 8 years, like 96 months. I don't know. I'm not really interested in Harleys, so I don't really know much. But I've seen like the advertisements for it. They have their own financing, so they'll do like 0.9%. Come on, dude, you're really gonna cut me off as I'm accelerating? That's a really fucking shitty idea. It's hard to show, but I was like literally putting my foot on the accelerator and I had to let off because sorry guys, I gotta watch the road here for a second. The screen is actually further away for me, so it's harder for me to read. I have to kind of like glance over a little bit more than I normally would. So I'm going to try and read what I can. Hey, Coastal LC. What's up from South Carolina, right? Looks like there's rain in my windshield, but it's actually like some kind of tree sap that I don't know how to. It doesn't come off in a car wash. I've got to figure out how to get it off. Yeah, man, it's October. Yeah, it's October 4th, almost the 5th. person that just turned to the left. Professional tailgater. It's so annoying. The worst kind of tailgaters don't realize that they're tailgating. They think that it's an acceptable amount of like space to be behind you, like 20 feet. Were you expecting him not to be alive, Zach? Now everybody's going so slow through here. Not that I'm in any rush, but why? I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I took that Blue Accord overnight, and I returned it first thing in the morning. I was like, I just don't think that I want it. I think I just like kind of like just felt bad about it. Yeah, it's hard in a 2-lane road to kind of do anything. The cops hang out right about here. I've been pulled over right here. So Ryan, we're coming through. You pass Lowe's at night. Watch for cops. Don't go anymore. I got pulled over doing 51 and a 45 at 2 in the morning. Coming home from a home game. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but. That guy is fully covered in bandana. That's probably a good idea. It's just I've never seen one actually like take 2 bandanas, cover their head and their face with it. Yeah, it's been dry here too. I had to water my cycads, which is rare. The good thing is around here they've been putting up a lot more like Florida friendly palms. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow for like a week, not like straight, but just a chance of rain, which is better than just no rain. Jinx it, but yeah, they'll grow probably more than twice as fast, Ryan, depending on the palm. Some palms will grow an equal amount throughout the year, or close to, like Washingtonias and stuff like Sables, but Sables will grow. But like the palms that like high heat, like Bismarck, Sables, Copernicias, and it's some of the tropical stuff. Really, the more subtropical temperate stuff will be like, Jesus, that's a hell of an exhaust leak. That's like a manifold leak. Anyway, stuff that grows throughout the winters, like Washingtonias, like European fan Shamrock Humulus, a lot of the understory stuff like Camandurias, like the parlor palm, the bamboo palm. Lady palms, Rafis. I have another vlog to put up. I just haven't done it. That's good. If they're getting big, if they're swelling up, that means I might start forming some trunk in the near future. When do you think it's going to happen, Zach? Oh, hey, Attic. Yeah. So I've been looking. I haven't been using my truck very much, and it is a. I mean, it's not a. It's, I mean, it's, I've had. I don't know. I've had higher payments, but on vehicles, but it's a little bit expensive. Gas isn't great on the vehicle, and it requires more maintenance. I mean, no, it doesn't. I mean, coming up, and I just think longer term, like I'm looking into getting a new Accord. I actually pull into if I could turn properly, but coming up here is Port Charlotte Honda, which is where I looked at the blue one. I looked at it's called Dark Steel in Venice. They only have one blue one in the sport trim, and they have one Dark Steel in the sport trim in Venice. So I had to choose between going here. My driver's license is actually here, but there's no one here, so I can't pick it up. I've heard of Palm Gain. I've never used it though. I only use a couple fertilizers. Everybody asks questions about fertilizers. A lot of them like fall within a few different types. So you have your quick release liquid, you have your quick release granular, and you have your slow release granular. There's some slower release small like micronutrient liquids, but Zach, if you think it's only gonna get down to 21 this winter, like you said, or like last winter, you could actually plant a queen palm out, and it would technically survive, given you had highs above freezing. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I've seen queens like along gas stations on I-10. That's about as far north as I've seen them. I've seen a couple in Houston. Houston and New Orleans have a different climate, though. We're going to get into an open lane here. So we can carry on when it's time to carry on. Yeah, it probably works. I would imagine, there we go. And there we go. I like riding lower to the ground. I like being able to maneuver more. I have more of like a sporty car background than I do like a truck background. Then my friends were like, "This is not a truck. You don't have a truck." I'm like, "Yeah, I know I don't have a truck, but I mean, oh, getting lit up. Someone got lit up. The cherries and berries." I wonder what for, because this really isn't an area where you can speed around here. He must have like blew a light somewhere or something, or pulled out with a stop sign. I would pull over and see. It's not much to see. It's just a cop car with. I have a second here. So that's that. That's what's nice about these magnetic things. I can pull it out and show. Yeah, I have heard of queens like on Hilton Head, and they probably survive, but they're not going to look. They're going to burn a lot. Nah, it's Charlotte County Sheriff is what runs around here. Florida Highway Patrol really only runs I guess it does run on 41, but they can go wherever, I believe, but they usually stay on 75 and other like larger roads. So I guess 41 but you don't see them that often. When I got rented by a drunk driver, or Ashley was in the car too. This is like over 3.5 years ago. FHP showed up. They were pretty cool too. I really had to take a piss, and I was like, "Can I go behind the bushes?" Like, dude, I don't care. 50 feet deep. I don't think it's going to form much of a climate. I mean, you might get a couple degrees, but I wouldn't call it like even a half a zone. I mean, you could try it. At the very most, it'll be a half a zone. If you could somehow keep it warm, I mean, 50 feet's a, a good depth, but that's a really deep pond. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if you're allowed to dig a pond that deep. Is that even possible? You're probably going to hit water before you dig 50 feet here, you're going to be drowning. So it's just so crazy because it's not even season, but I guess it is Friday night at 10 o'clock, but just 10, 12 years ago, you would never see this sort of traffic this time of night, even on Friday. But I guess it could be worse. I think it's possible to grow in Valdosta. I haven't seen queens north of Gainesville. I mean, I guess I've seen a few, but like not any, maybe in Lake City, or Live Oak, but that's really pushing it because that place does get, I mean, it gets into the single digits there in like extreme cold. So if they're there for like not a long-term situation, unfortunately. Depending on what time it is, I might turn on the DoorDasher when I get into Cape Coral. So I might have to end it when I get into Cape Coral territory. We'll see what happens. I always try to make a few extra bucks driving down, because it can cost me up to like $15 in gas to come down here, not to mention. Is that a Tesla Model 3? It is. It is. It sure is. I would pay a lot of money to lease that, but it's a $60,000. Well, I mean, get them for 40, 50, but to get the one, the good one. Those cars are fast. Do they? I'll have to check it out. Maybe yeah. Hey, Infinity. Yeah, Infinity, if you have crappy looking sago leaves, chop them off and see what's going on with your because it's a cycad, it's actually not a palm. But if you have like bugs going on, spray like an insecticidal soap on there and get all up inside the trunk because it's not smooth. You want to make sure you get in all those grooves because it'll come back out when they're done. So man, I forgot to get back to Dylan too. He messaged me a few days ago. I'm just like, I had my mind set on these cars, and I just haven't focused on anything. Yeah, no problem, man. A lot of it can be. I need to get back onto like Facebook more. Oh, damn it. Okay. Laz. Huh. Yeah, I've seen some pretty interesting stuff. I'll tell you what I have seen. I've seen a Butea growing in Selma, North Carolina, which is off of I-95. I've seen many of them actually. I've seen that was on the other side of the street. I've seen canaries in Myrtle Beach with some trunk. Might have even seen a queen in Myrtle Beach. I've seen Royals in DeLand for yeah, Sanford or DeLand, right off exit like 102 or something like that. I guess that's Sanford on I-4. You're heading north on I-4 north of Orlando. Sorry guys, I mentioned to people who hey, maybe you guys just came on. I'm a little bit tired, so I apologize if I don't get everything. Plus with this the way the new setup is I'm a little bit further away and I can't see as well. I need to get some eyeglasses. Really is what it comes down to. So if I don't get to you, I apologize. You can always post it again. So hi, Lies, Benar Bain. Is that a Norwegian name? Or Dutch? Yeah, Lies. So I'm guessing, where are you located? Sunny Coconuts. Yeah, I can imagine any coconut in Georgia outside is going to be stunted. There's nowhere that's a nice Civic. Is that an SI? It is an SI. Damn. Sorry, guys. North African. Okay, cool. North. It looks like it could be Dutch. That's all. I could see it being like North African slash like western part of Middle East, like Lebanon. I know it's not like you're not from Lebanon, but Minnesota though. Yeah, so good indoor palm. That's a good question because a lot of people, overlook that. They just want to grow outdoor. So the obvious ones, well, I mean, they're not so obvious, but there's one called the parlor palm, Chamaedorea safritzii, or the bamboo palm, Chamaedorea elegans is the parlor palm. Chamaedorea safritzii is the bamboo palm, but a lot of palms are called the bamboo palm. Chamaedoreas in general are very good indoor plants. They'll deal with low light. Chamaedorea metallica I used to keep it in the closet in the dark and it still grew. I don't know how it grows because there's no light getting to it, but maybe a little bit of like indirect, like artificial lighting. But you have a metallica. Okay, so that's so. Other less common ones less common indoor palms would be like Lidocarium waddelianum, the Lidocarium genus, Lidocarium honii. I don't know if you have any of those. Waddelianum is not too uncommon. And honii, I actually had a Lidocarium honii in my yard. It's Lytocaryum. You probably could get them on eBay. I don't have any. I don't grow them because indoor plants don't really have a high demand here in Florida. If they do, some big nurseries are carrying them. But that's a great. Yeah, Ricas actually aren't bad either. Dipsis. Other good indoor palms. There's a Australian. There's Howea forsteriana is a great indoor palm. Probably one of the best, especially for a trunking one. They call it the Century palm. There's also Howea belmoriana. There's a relative of Howea called Lacospadix australasica, and it's like it's kind of like an Australian Chamaedorea, but it's a little bit different. I mean, it's not. It's very lanky. It's very thin trunked, but cool. I had seed of it. It's all gone now, unfortunately. But yeah, you are invisible, Zach. Sometimes you're just invisible. I'm trying to answer a legitimate palm question here. So, yeah, they grow faster if you you have full sun, tons of water, fertilizer. They beast out in those conditions, but a lot of them are grown in shade, and that's fine. They're just going to look differently. So no, they are like weeds in a tropical slash hot warm subtropical climate. They will slow down in the wintertime. Anyway, so those are some of the good indoor palms that you want to look at off the top of my head. Camandaria genus itself has like, over 100 species, so it's yeah, they love the sun, they love the heat, and they love the water and fertilizer. The more of each of those you can give it, the faster it'll grow. If you don't give it any of those, it's going to grow slowly. If you just give it water, it's going to grow slowly. Yeah, there are some camandarias with some nicer, thicker or bigger crowns. Camandaria tepelahote has a thicker trunk to it, more tropical look. Because Metallica is cool, but its trunk is like as thick as your pinky. So, coconuts have been known to survive in California. There was one in Newport Beach that was there for like 15 years, but eventually died. The problem is it stays cool for too long in California. A couple of the warmer desert areas, like in Indio and Coachella Valley, they have apparently survived, but the problem is low humidity. Because you need higher humidity and you need high mean temperatures. So let's see if we can make this second light too. A lot of times they kind of go in sync here. We got them both. This will be the one day I get pulled over and that I don't have my probably gonna pull over here and just stretch my legs for a minute or two. Yeah, you can email me. If you check one of my videos, it has my email address, Faulkner's Palms LLC @gmail.com. By the way, I'm a big fan of North African cuisine. Moroccan, Tunisian, Egyptian, Algerian stuff. It's good stuff. Spiced well, not too salty. I mean, I don't mind it being salty, but those spices that come from North Africa, that style is awesome. I don't know if you eat that or that just happens to be your heritage, but yeah, tagine, yeah. I like my favorite spices are za'atar. It's Lebanese actually, but then probably my favorite spice is Ras El Hanout. I imagine with, oh man, I'm so hungry. I shouldn't even be talking about it. That's like my, I try and add when I add a little bit of a little kick, not spice, but just like flavor kick. I have a couple of North African spices in the pantry down in Cape Coral. Ashley doesn't like it, but then it's a certain taste that you kind of have to either enjoy or acquire. Oh, does it really have housefly wings in it? Because I know Ras El Hanout literally means top shelf, or the top of the shelf, and it can vary by by manufacturer. So yeah, I doubt that it has housefly wings in it now, but I bet you can still get it. So, oh yeah, there's definitely palms in New Orleans. I actually have a few pictures of some of the palms that I found when I was in New Orleans back in about 2 years ago. I was in there. Yeah, I was in New Orleans around. Was it? Yeah, it was like November, early November of 17. I went to Louisiana in late September and early November. The first time I didn't go to New Orleans. I went to the north side of the lake. The second time we went to New Orleans for the day. Is that an 8? What is that? It's not. Oh, it's a Jeep with like heavy lights on it, I guess. So guys, I'll probably be on for like another 15 minutes or so. Actually, it'll be 20 once I take this little stretch break. I've been driving around a lot. I haven't really been doing the whole DoorDash thing because it really, this doesn't pay a lot of money. Oh yeah, I've had plenty of crawfish. I've had crawfish etouffee. I've had crawfish out of the shell. I've had crawfish gumbo. I've had crawfish and grits. And, yeah, with like shrimp and crawfish and grits. I forget. I'll tell you guys a story you may or may not want to hear, but I'll tell it to you anyway. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you the story when oh no, I can tell it to you. So we're driving. The first night we're driving, I'm with that guy Ken, his friend Ashley, and I are in this expedition, and we drive to Tallahassee for the night. Eat Outback Steakhouse because that's the closest thing there. Get up early in the morning. We drive to New Orleans. We get there. It's like a 5.5 hour drive from Tallahassee, and I go to the casino, of course, because I play poker. I actually didn't play poker. I tried to get on the list, but it was just too long a wait. I ended up playing craps with Ken. Then we went to this seafood restaurant. Oh, you're in New Orleans. Yeah, awesome, man. You get lucky, it's really, I love, everyone says I love New Orleans, but, I thoroughly enjoy. I went to Pesh, which is a little bit upscale, like kind of like I don't know, it's like a seafood bistro thing. I mean, it's not formal, but it's not like, I guess like fine casual. I don't know, that sounded kind of an oxymoron, but so I ordered like the smoked fish dip, and I ordered these lamb skewers. I thought they were gonna be like, it was actually like ground lamb, like Mediterranean style, but it was spiced with andouille. They were like andouille lamb sausage skewers. I did not know that. And as soon as I ate it, I could feel my stomach start to churn. I was like, oh man. When we're walking down the streets, it's like, it's still hot out. And I'm like, so we get in the car, we're in like rush hour traffic heading west on I-10 to go up 55 to the north side of the lake. And I just, I gotta find a place to pull over here to stretch my legs. This seems like as good as this place as any. I couldn't wait to we ended up getting to the hotel like an hour and 15 minutes later, and I was just like, spent like an hour and a half in the bathroom. I'm sure you guys really wanted to hear that, but whenever I eat andouille, for some reason, it just like destroys me. Any other spice I can take. This is kind of creepy, but I'll go ahead and stretch out. I don't want to look too sketchy or anything. The problem is I don't have my driver's license on me, so if they start asking, like, what am I doing here? All right, so yeah, and it rarely happens to me, but it's happened to me like when really it really only happens when I eat andouille sausage or just any sort of andouille spiced material. So I'm gonna turn the car off. That's annoying. All right, so I'll be able to kind of talk with you guys. Oh. It's nice and breezy. Here, let's see if I can. There aren't really any palms around here, but there are some live oaks. I don't know what this is. I'm sure if I was here for more than like 15 minutes, I would be getting the attention of the police. So, which is not good because I don't have my driver's license on me, like I mentioned. But this is kind of a laid back area, South Punta Gorda. Nice open field. probably some gators that way. The truck, which kind of needs a wash, but I don't know. This may be the last trip of the truck. It's hard to say I don't want this anymore. I want a Honda Accord. I'm driving to Cape Coral, which is about it's about 45, 48 miles south of where I live in Venice, or where I'm staying right now in Venice. It's a long story. But to my girlfriend's house, and then I'll be driving back Sunday. Actually, I will be streaming in this car. So hey, Chris. Zach, in Ashley's yard, I probably have about a dozen, but in my sister's yard, I have almost none. In my old yard at my mom's place, I had dozens, which isn't a lot for a collector, but I would only plant like the oddest or the rarest stuff that I could find. Hey, Damarinto. What about Edward Scissorhands? I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but oh well. I find that stretching my legs like this in my neck just kind of helps with like a lot of like. I get out of the car and yeah, you probably do, man. I don't really have much of a yard to plant palms in. My sister doesn't want anything right in the front. In the back, the dogs kind of rule the backyard, so. Stretch a little bit more. All right. Hold on a sec. Okay. Oh, back to the grind. Excuse me. Oh. Yeah, you know, I have a book that has like 20 pages to it about palms. I just have to finish it. I probably should get on that. Okay, so we are, it's 10:30 almost. Yeah, windmills do look a lot like Washingtonias and Cocothronyx. They're a good substitute for that sort of look. It says it's 80 degrees out, but doesn't feel like it. Maybe it's because there's no humidity. I'm not even going in this one. I get a little concerned that people are, when you're And let's just bring that like that. I remember the first setup I had was a clamp setup, so the book that I'm writing about is, I title it Growing Palms in Your Climate. So it talks about different climates and what is ideal, like common and uncommon, but I want to focus on like people being able to branch out on different species of palms. Everglades, the easiest way to tell an Everglades from a windmill is really the size of the trunk. And an Everglade will always have arm petioles, meaning it has thorns on it, and windmills do not. Yeah, I figured it would sell better than my other book, which is poker related, but I haven't really promoted it, so I probably should do that. Are we at 65 here yet? We're still at 60. Best gas mileage I've ever got in this vehicle is like 26 over any sort of period of time. That business back there is very weird. It's like a peep show, which is disgusting. Hey, Anik, what's going on? Or Anik. I always want to say Anik. I always forget if it's two N's or two I's. Yeah, I don't really go on Facebook as much. I use the Messenger. I use my, my business page, obviously. Oh, 52 degrees. Oh, that's good. Yeah, those types of palms really like 60s, 50s through 70s, and I mean 80s too, but that's really where I think that they're not going to grow fast in 50s, but they're not going to not enjoy it either. Yeah, I would say if I had percentage wise, I'd say it's helped out about 25%. So that's part of the benefits of doing this. Yeah, Facebook is becoming a little bit obsolete with like Instagram and Twitter. I mean, even just Instagram's like Facebook without all the political ads, which is nice. Politics, watching people argue over politics on Facebook is like I can't think of many things I'd rather do instead of that. I mean, I'd rather not do. It's just Faulkner's Palms is my Instagram. This thing's shaking. Yeah, no, it's definitely a plus. It's helped out a lot with like people finding me for like consultations too, so. Okay. That makes sense, Anik. Sorry, my eyes are bad enough that I can't. It's two N's. Anik. Usually it's a little cooler. I don't know why this road is. Can you guys hear that road noise? See if I get in this lane if it goes away. Yeah, that road is just I think that is the original road from the 80s. Well, not the original road, back in the early 80s, this actually was the only way to get down here. There was no 75 here until like 85, 86, 87. There, yeah. You're not going to see it cool off for a while, Chris. Miami Beach stays above 70 pretty much until December, or November at least. Yeah, man, cut those lawns while they're still growing. Who got it, Sable? Oh, yeah, he had one delivered up there. I don't know, man. I think you might get frost before that. There are places in Florida that get frost before that. Maybe not. Yeah. In Florida, there's a lot of, and it's for Canadians only, but there's little outlets to get medications. Like there's one not too far from my sister's in Venice. So if you're a Canadian resident that lives down here, they have like their own pharmacies, which is a smart thing. All right, so I'm getting into North Fort Myers here, so I'm gonna be getting off soon. Once I get to Del Prado, I'll probably be cutting off the stream. So. Rough, haven't eaten anything for dinner and haven't slept much, so it's my turn. Not this light, the next light is my turn, I'm pretty sure. I never, all the lights look the same to me. Okay, right before Thanksgiving. I've had snow at Thanksgiving in Richmond, Virginia, so that gives you like a little bit of a... Yeah, let us know the Eucalyptus Fair, so this was supposed to be a pretty cool party. Sorry, man, with the driving, I can't, it's hard for me to see. I can only see like, you know, a couple messages at a time. want to be getting offline at this light here. My mouth is pretty dry. It's actually, you'd be surprised how dry your mouth gets when you're talking. Nice. I know some of those eucalyptus can be really interesting. Well, people like the rainbow eucalyptus here, but the problem is they don't do well in hurricanes, so that's the downside. Alrighty, guys and gals that you're watching, I'm going to say goodbye for tonight. Yeah, man, if you're not used to the rain, sorry, to the snow, it's kind of like people aren't used to the heavy rains here. So, all right, I will see you guys soon. Have a good night. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll put up that vlog. So, thanks, Chris. See you, Bob, Zach, Anik, everyone else.